What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cross Collects Comics. I'm looking forward to having everybody here for another fun night. Man, we got some cool books to show off. So tonight, MT and Michael Presas have taken the night off because we're going to have an entire episode of nothing but slabs. That's right. The amazing Spider-Flint is back with us tonight, hanging out. And the last time we had him on, it was a full episode of nothing but slabs. And here's the really fun part about tonight. 15 of the slabs, right? 15. Give me the thumbs up if it's 15, Spider-Flint. Okay, yeah. 15 of these slabs that were pressed and cleaned by Press Niche Worldwide, and then all of these submitted to CGC, but 15 of them are going to be completely blind opens tonight. They have the grades have not been told to Spider-Flint. Drew did not let him know what he was in for. So he said he'd contacted me a few weeks ago, and he said, "Hey Carlos, if you want to have me come on the show, I will save these books in a box and I will not look at the grades." So he hasn't seen the invoice. He hasn't seen anything about them other than he knows there's 15 of them that have grades that he hasn't yet seen. So, man, that's pretty cool. I was pretty excited when he told me that, and so I said, "Hey, MT and Michael, y'all take the night off because I want to see what Spider-Flint has to share with us." Last time he blew us away with some of the amazing books that he had, and I can't wait to see what he's got for us tonight. Because he always has really cool books, lots of cool vintage stuff, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. So we're going to start in his first round with the books that he knows, and then actually let me go ahead and bring him out, and then we're going to do some shout outs to the chat. So let's go ahead and bring him out. Amazing Spider-Flint, welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you tonight?
Good. Are you nervous at all about what grades you might get?
No, I'm not too nervous. I mean, I don't know. They
Okay.
are what they are, but I can't change it now. But okay. It'd be interesting to see what they are. And I'm sorry. Actually, there's only 5 that are blind open.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
First box I got was 10. I opened that. I looked through those, and there was one big surprise in there, but a good surprise. And then I got 5 that came in the second batch, and that's ready to go.
Good surprise or
it's a good surprise, yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. Okay. Well, I'm really looking forward to it because hey, everybody in the community loves these CGC unboxings because you're never 100% sure, and I love that even if it's 5, that's still huge because to wait and to have that patience and to let us experience along with you the surprise about what you've got, man. I'm looking forward to it. So let's do this. We're gonna do. So tonight I have I think just a couple of books. I hardly have anything. This is mainly going to be about a CGC unboxing. I don't have a shipment coming anytime soon. But I like to do these episodes every once in a while because they're fun. Everybody enjoys them. Everybody likes to see the nice shiny plastic slabs, or plastic tombs, as Edwin Price calls them. Likes to see what everybody else is getting and what you sent in, and hear a little bit about it. So we're going to take a look at that tonight. That's going to be the main thing. I will show off a couple of books I picked up, but it's like new books and raw books, and I really want this to be about just the slabs. Let's go ahead and go to the chat, and I just want to say hi to everybody and see what we've got on here, what we've got going on. Okay, so here popping up is L Green Machine. First like and comment. He says, "Good evening, Carlos. Good to see you, L Green." Jonathan Dotson says, "Hello." There I am saying, "What's up back?" El Green says, "Hello, Jonathan." And let's see, then Tony Stank is here. Let's see, TM Nerdy, what's up? Good to see you. Y'all make sure and check out TM Nerdy's channel. TM Nerdy, I saw a picture that popped up of you, I guess, celebrating a slab. I don't know if we're going to, we can't show that picture. I think if it's the picture, but it was pretty entertaining. So y'all check out what TM Nerdy's doing on YouTube and on Instagram. Let's see. Brooklyn Born, what's up? Good to see you. Here's Mike Bravo. He's ready to buy some of these slabs from you, Spider-Flint.
There might be some for sale.
You're right. Steven Spock, what's up? Good to see you as well. All right, flashing the Vulcan peace sign. Let's see. El Green says, welcome. I don't like comics. Says, hey, from Canada, man. Are you and MT neighbors? Or y'all? Do you know MT? You walk down the street to see him in the snow with like your toboggan and. No, seriously though, for those, yes, MT is a United States citizen and he lives here in the U.S. That's just Paul's thing that he likes to do, is to make people think that MT is in Canada. All right, TM Nerdy clarifies. He says it's on my IG. Yes, it is. It is. But for the faint of heart, don't go scouting for that picture. But if you want to see a man who's completely at home and comfortable in his skin, that picture's for you. All right. So I just want to say thanks to everybody who's here hanging out with us tonight. A couple of quick things I just want to make you aware of that I'm pretty excited about. So this is going to be our second month of doing on Friday for our Friday feature. This is going to be our second month of doing our creator interviews. And so if you aren't familiar with those yet, it's a brand new playlist that's now on the homepage for Carlos Collects Comics for the channel. It is a once a month podcast style interview that I do with different comic book creators. So last month there was a local independent comic creator named Joffrey Castro, who was on Joffrey Cotton. Sorry, got it confused with another member of the chat. Joffrey Cotton, and he has, I think, 6 successful Kickstarters. You can watch his interview video for last month, for the month of January, but for the month of February, I'm going to be welcoming onto the show. Let me kill that. There, David Papos. David is the current writer David's the writer for the current volume of Savage Avengers that's currently being published right now by Marvel Comics. He's also got some creator-owned titles like The OZ, Going to the Chapel, Spencer and Locke, and my favorite, Scout's Honor. So you can actually check that out on Friday. We're going to be live streaming at 11 a.m. Central, and so I'm really looking forward to welcoming David to the show. And then I've also been talking to quite a few other creators about welcoming them on in subsequent months. But this is a once a month live stream, and then you can also catch the rewind on it later. But we had a really good time last month. A lot of people viewing, lots of good questions, because the last half hour of the interview is all about just getting questions from the chat and posing them for David, and then just kind of going along that line of thinking. Also, real quick, I just want to make sure and give a shout out to Pop Culture Power Show. That is a local show convention that is happening here in the greater Houston area. You can check it out at pwrshows.com. Fun part, if you use the discount code Carlos Collects Comics, you'll get 10% off your pass, and you'll get a special prize from me to you, because I'm a big fan of Larry Hama and Roy Thomas, and both of those guys are going to be there, in addition to Carlo Barberi, the artist for one of my new favorite indie books, Primos, is going to be there. Andrew Wildman, a legendary artist and inker, is going to be there. Lots of cool people, lots of fun stuff, and lots of like cartoon voices. So if you're a child of the 80s like me, there's probably going to be a voice from your childhood there. So make sure and check it out at pwrshows.com, and make sure that if you use the discount code Carlos Collects Comics, you will get 10% off, and on top of that, you will get a special something from me. I'm not going to reveal what it is just yet, because I want to have the mock-up done, but it's not a sticker. I'll put it that way. It's not a sticker. So yeah, just check that out. But hey, thank y'all for being here tonight. It is good to see y'all, and I'm glad that y'all are here. And yes, El Green. El Green is asking about the interview with David Papos. It is at 11 a.m. Central. And so the deal is most of the live streams moving forward with some of the creators that I'm in the process of getting on board to come. They have to do it during work hours, during the day. So I said absolutely. If some of you guys are willing to come on here and hang out with me for an hour and a half, I will absolutely flex my schedule to your preferences. So David had asked, hey, can we do it during the day? And I said, absolutely, not a problem at all. So I think moving forward, most of them will be in the morning, like during the daytime, but you can always check it on the rewind. So hey, thanks again. Let's go ahead and jump right into it because we are off and going. So let's bring the amazing Spider-Flint back. And Spider-Flint, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's see those first 10 books. Save the blind reveals. Wait, real quick. Let me say this. Okay, Serge Henderson. He says, Carlos, how are you today? Did you get in trouble with Mrs. Carlos the other day? Did I? No, I did. No, she was very loving and understanding and supportive. She did not make me sleep on the couch. She did not make me sleep up here in the loft. She just said, that's a very interesting book. Are you going to keep that one or get rid of it? And I said, get rid of it. And she said, okay. So, and Serge, it's good to see you, buddy. All right, glad that you're here. And hey, Mary Jimenez, good to see you as well. All right, sorry about that. Just wanted to update everybody on it. So, Spider-Flint, let's have you take it away.
All right, thank you, Carlos. So, first one I have here is the second series, The Secret Wars, number 1, 9.8. This is the Scotty Young variant. Dr. Doom playing these little superhero toys, it looks like.
Wow. So. That's nice and minty fresh.
Yeah, white cover, so 9.8.
I know. Man, those are tough.
Yeah, they're CGC is getting really strict on the 9.8s.
Yeah.
So, speaking of comic tracks, he talked about it. He had a whole bunch he sent in for pre-screens, and he had a bunch that didn't make 9.8s. So, of course, they won't tell you what the grade is. Like if it's a 9.6 or 9.4 or lower or whatever. So you just gotta. Right. So either get them sent back or pay to get them graded. So. Next up, I sent in a copy I have of The Watchmen, number 1. Famous yellow smiley face with the blood drop on there. It came back at 9.4. Not too bad. Was pleased with that one. It's a classic series, 1986. This one, I remember I bought it from the comic shop as a back issue, maybe like $8 or so. Maybe back in like 90 or whatever. It wasn't shortly after it came out, so, but I love those homage covers, but to me, I think the original is always the best,
Oh yeah.
So yeah. This one came back a 9.4, so I had to ask them because there's kind of a miscut there right along the top. You see Incredible.
Yeah.
But Comic Track said, they don't take off for those. That's a manufacturing error. It's not a condition, as far as like a tear or crease or whatever. So had that one for a while. I was like, yeah, we'll get it protected. So
thank you, Mary Jimenez. Spider-Flint was also talking about it earlier backstage.
Yeah, just pointing out, like, okay, which books do I have?
Right.
So this one I'd bought a while back and sent it in. It was a nice minty copy. Got a 9.8 on Hulk number 1, the first Red Hulk. So of course, Harrison Ford is going to play General Ross now. So,
I know. Wow.
So got a nice copy. I was pleased to get a 9.8. So
yeah, that's a good book to have in a 9.8 right now.
Yeah. Worth a little bit, a couple hundred. And next one, I had some other first appearances. These are part of my personal collection. Goes by
nice
Spider-Man. So this is number 95? Yeah, First Mockingbird. So she made her first appearance in the Marvel team up. Spider-Man. So it came back at 8.5. I thought it was a little bit nicer, but oh well.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. I know that story.
The next one is another Marvel team up. A few issues later, number 141. Got a 9.6 on the first black suit. Because this is like, I think it was like the first time they printed his black suit, in the books. So, I guess chronologically it was Amazing Spider-Man 252, but like I think this one came out before that. It's like.
Yeah.
I don't know. So him and Daredevil team up, and he's got his black suit on. So bought a copy a while back. Nice high grade. So press always helps. So what does it say on there? It says ties with Amazing Spider-Man 252 for first appearance of the black costume. So yeah. All right. Some more here.
That one was such an undervalued book for a while. It's come up though. It's definitely matured into a really and that's another good book to have. Spider-Man is always going to be in style. The Peter Parker Spider-Man his major keys are always going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I mean he's had so many different titles over the years, and they've always they've introduced new characters that have just gone on do their own thing or become popular in their own right. So. Yeah, that always helps the title. Speaking of which, I've got another spider-centric one here. Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. Ooh. First Gwen Stacy, not Gwen Stacy, but as Spider-Girl, I guess they call her in here. But they gave it a 9.4. You had a little ding at the top corner there, but so
still, that's another
good to get a 9.4. Yeah,
that's a really good one to have.
Maybe I'll try and trade up, get a little bit better. But Spider-Woman is how they describe her. First appearance, Spider-Woman, Gwen Stacy. This one was a little disappointing. Got a 9.2. Spider-Man number 4. Yeah.
Oh man.
I thought it was a little bit better, but I can kind of see on the back side there is a kind of crease. It couldn't quite get out. But
okay. Okay.
It's one of those. I didn't pay a whole lot for it, so
yeah.
Getting it slabbed and everything. I think probably still break even at least, but
yeah,
I already own a 9.8 copy, so I just bought an extra raw copy to to try and make some money. So
nice.
Fund some other projects, and so this one was pretty rough. I probably overpaid for it, but it came back. Definitely needed a press and clean. Got an 8.0 on the NYX number 3 first Laura. Wolverine.
Yeah, the first.
But this one, it's still going up in value, and she hasn't even been introduced in the MCU.
Yeah.
She was in that Logan movie, of course.
But, it would be so awesome if they got the same girl to come back, because that she's grown up now, and she's going to be the new Star Wars series, The Acolyte. I think it's the lead. But yeah, she could play the older. Yeah, they could still bring her back. That would be really cool if they did.
Yeah, because what year did Logan come out? It's been a few years. So
yeah. No, it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit.
Then last time I was on, I had a X-Men 129 that sent off. I showed on that episode had a 9.4. This one not quite as high, 8.5 on X-Men 130, the first Dazzler. So a little lower than I thought or hoped, but it's a key book, I think.
That's a good one to have, because she's one of those ones that I could really see them doing something creative with in the MCU, like somebody that we wouldn't expect, but they do something really cool with her. So
yeah, it'd be something interesting they could do. So maybe one day I'll bring her in and. Oh, thanks, Mary. Mary saw my shirt. my periodic table
I
of
noticed
Marvel.
too the periodic table of Marvel.
So my wife's a chemistry teacher, so this was the shirt
Nice.
I got to wear to my first Comic Palooza here in Houston. A while back. So
nice.
So I got
What's
one
up,
more
MD?
from
Good to see you. Sorry, I had to do a quick shout out there.
No worries. Thanks, L Green. He says sweet slabs.
ASM 129 always rules.
Yeah, that is a good one. Double first appearance.
Do you have any more? That you have not seen yet? Or I mean, that you have seen.
Yeah, I've got one more from that batch, but I got two others here real quick that I bought recently.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So this one, X-Men 133, picked up a 9.4 because I had the 129 was a 9.4. I've got I think 135 or 136, like a 9.6. I was like, let me get another high grade copy. I've got a raw copy as well.
Yeah.
So most of these books that I have graded, I usually have a raw copy or a reprint, something I can read.
Right.
And
so how do you do it? Do you if there's a book that's do you keep the higher grade copy for your personal collection, or do you or are you one of those guys that just as long as you have a copy?
I mean, as long as I have a copy, I think like Secret Wars 8, I'm looking for another a raw copy because I have one in slab that's a 9.8, but I just kind of want another one, just a raw copy just to have in case I want to read it. I mean, I have it I have the whole Secret Wars in a trade, so I can trade paperback and read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a little, this was such a great run. I had a little story about the Phoenix Saga. Mm-hmm. So this was like 1987, I went out to California, visit, some relatives. And I first went to Cupertino, California. It was like near San Jose, up in the Bay Area. And I guess I was telling my aunt and uncle, hey, I was into comic books and reading. My uncle gives me $20. Okay, this is 1987. I'm like, $20? I'm like, I'm rich. And he tells my aunt, take him to the comic book shop. There's one not too far or whatever. So I go there, and I bought the X-Men Phoenix Saga trade paperback. So it's like issues 129 through the end, like 137, where Phoenix dies. So,
oh wow,
just kind of going back, getting some of these slab. I've got them all in raw copies, but it's like, just maybe something else to buy. But I've had that trade since '87. So, and then one other I bought recently here. MT just sold one the other night, a raw copy, but it's Avengers 11. So it's the second appearance of Kang, and then it's where Spider-Man first meets the Avengers.
Okay.
So it's got two things going for it. First time he meets up the Avengers, and for the second appearance of Kang. So I'd bought a copy, raw copy at Bedrock. But I guess somebody had cut out the E from the Avengers and the title. I guess they're making a ransom note. I don't know. I needed that letter, and they cut it out. Jeez.
I know. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah, maybe some school art project back in the 60s. I don't know. So this last one, I bought Ultimate Fallout #4 in a bag. I'm going to put this. This is the original. A label they put on there.
Okay.
So, it was still in a bag when I sent it in. This was a few years back. I knew nothing about pressing and cleaning.
Yeah.
And there was a big finger bend, like on the outside page there.
Yeah.
And so you could see it when it came back. That's why they gave it a 9.2. The spine was fine. So, Comic Tracks, he went and pressed it. He said he pressed it like 3 times, and he was saying he couldn't quite get the crease out, but didn't seem to matter.
Nice.
Maybe it was light enough. There. Yeah, I mean, so going from a 9.2 to 9.8 is about tripled in value.
Wow.
So,
yeah,
very happy about that. So
nice.
Be hanging on to this one for a while. Oh, Mr. Collector, he was.
I know. He was like,
I need to go back and recap for him. Oh, you'll just have to watch the replay. Sorry.
Yeah,
so that's all.
That's a pretty nice upgrade right there.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. Well, I'm excited about the blind revealings, but I'm going to come back to you in just a second for that.
Okay.
Hey, so if you're just now joining us, or if you missed maybe the beginning, just a couple quick notes for you. And then I'm going to show a couple of things here, including something that Spider-Flint just shared with us. So this Friday, the 24th at 11 a.m. Central, I'm interviewing David Pepose, the writer of the current volume of Savage Avengers. He also has an independent book called Scout's Honor that I'm a fan of, and that's what made me reach out to him. And yeah, so I'm excited. He said, yeah, right away. Yeah, let's do it. So we scheduled it, and he'll be here this Friday at 11 a.m. Central. So make sure you're here to check that out, or catch it on the rewind later when you get off work. Also, Pop Culture Power Show is coming up this next month, the end of next month, beginning of April. You can find out more at pwrshows.com. That's an abbreviated powershows.com. If you use the discount code Carlos Collects Comics, you will get 10% off your ticket, no matter what, no matter which one you buy. You get 10% off. And then on top of that, you will also get a special prize from me to you. It's something that you'll only be able to buy, or I'll do them as giveaways as well. But it's going to be cool. It is not a sticker, but it is something, a little piece of merch for the channel here. So make sure you check that out. Check that out as well to see the people that they've got coming for that. So a couple of things I was going to show off. So this week and last week, very light weeks for me. I had a lot of books come in, but I've just kind of slowed down dramatically, because if you remember, I just released my comic collecting goals for 2023. You can catch that on the rewind, but then on Instagram I updated it because I actually dropped a couple of books and added a couple of books. So there's 6 major books that I'm looking for, plus kind of starting to look into Golden Age a little bit. But yeah, you can check those out. So I'm focusing more dollars towards those, towards those specific books, and finally finishing. I'm hoping this is the year I finish both my G.I. Joe run and my classic X-Men run, because I'm a big fan of those Art Adams covers. I grew up reading those, never realizing that those were the Uncanny X-Men books, and they had cool little backup features and pinups. And so I grew up on those, and great stuff. So I'm building a run, and they're very inexpensive. But this is a book that I picked up because I know now it's got David Marquez did the cover here. No, Marquez Sanchez did the cover here, and this is DC Universe Lazarus Planet Dark Fate, and it features a new Huntress. So I am looking forward to reading this one. I also have a couple of other books that I've been picking up. This one in particular is of interest to me because I just want to see what they're going to do, what they're doing with Superman. So I did pick up several copies of Action Comics number 1051. I know this cover in particular has kind of shot up in value. I'm probably looking to get these signed and possibly graded if David Nakayama ends up coming around here anytime soon. There was also this really cool one. I did not get the other side of it, but this is the John Boy Myers one. John Boy Myers is doing a signing at CGC right now, so I thought that was a pretty cool one to get. And then so Action Comics, I've never been as big a Superman guy, but I'm just interested in the whole Superman family that he's got going on. Also, on the independent front, I just have finished up Sacrament. This ties into my theological, kind of my interest in theology mixed with like theologically based comic books. And so this was a cool 5-issue series. You know, AWA Upshot has been putting out some really good stuff, and so I'm enjoying a lot of the different titles that they're doing. So you will most likely see at least one, probably more, AWA Upshot creators who you also will know from other bigger books, but you'll see some of them probably on the channel over the course of this year. I'm very excited about that, including possibly. I won't get into that yet. Another one that I'm very happy with is Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. This is a creator-owned title by Jason Aaron with Alexandre Tefengi and Lee Luffridge. This is issue number 2. This is a meet cute at the end of the world between two teenagers left behind in an apocalyptic wasteland.
And it does have too.
You what?
So I'm enjoying that one too.
Yeah.
You got number 3 as well? There's 3 issues out.
Yep. I do have. I have a couple copies of 3 as well. And I've got some. I'm slowly but surely picking them up. I really like it, and I really think there's possibilities for doing stuff with it in the future. So I'm kind of doubling up on my on that. Oh, cool. I see here. Let me shout these guys out here because there's some people that are outlining their strategies. So El Green says, I've changed the way I collect too. I'm going to concentrate on certain slab books. That's good. Congratulations, El Green. I think that's a good move on your part. El Green, or slabbing some of mine. Also good. That's an excellent choice. Mr. Collector says it's the year of the variants for me. So it looks like he's getting into this. Yeah, Mr. Collector is a huge Miles Morales kind of Spider-Verse fan. So he says especially Miles, Gwen, and X-23 variants. El Green says variants confuse me. I can't tell what issue it is. I know, I'm the same way. I always have to flip it. That's why I like these clear backer boards so much, because it's like you don't have to pull it out to look and see what issue it is.
I think Mr. Collector is talking about variants of the originals, maybe, because he talks about Miles, Gwen, and X-23.
There are a lot of variants in there. Yeah, in the mix. Even the first appearance. Well, you know that first appearance, the Jurdovic one. That thing continues to go up in price. It's crazy what it's going for now in high grade. Indie Key Comics says, I'm going to check that story out. You should. It's a good one. Another one, let's see. This is one more I'm going to show real quick that I've mentioned it here on the show before. Okay, so Traveling to Mars, a bittersweet comedy. This one really tugged at my heartstrings. That first issue. This is the second issue. Second and third issue here. And I think I showed off the Silver Surfer 1 homage variant. But that's the first. This is the second and third issues here. So I'm looking forward to reading these and showcasing it. But I've really enjoyed it. Also by AWA Upshot, that's worth checking out. That I'm looking to read is the Joneses. This is issue number 1, and this is on my reading list for this next week. So I'll be checking back with you guys to let you know my thoughts on it. Also, real quick, I want to showcase, because he brought it up, every collector should have a some form of the storyline for Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. This is mine. This has been a while since this one came out, because I got this one because I just like the cover for it. Let's see, I don't remember who did the actual cover for this edition of it, but yeah, this was the 1999 reprint, but it also has material from some of the other comic books at the time. So make sure you do yourself a favor if you don't have a copy of Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. Of course, number 8, you've probably seen it and you recognize it, and that's that's one that I do have the individual issues, a full run, but I do I like to be able to pick this up and read it, and those are all raw copies as well. But I still like having these on here. So let's see. Indie Key Comics says, I've been thinning out my collection of books that were not good reads or books that I never made it around to. Piece, I had a bad feeling that they were bad reads. I'm also selling a lot of my Indie Key books to pay off some of my debt, and that's always a good idea. Here's a quick financial tip: any gains you make in value increases in your collection are immediately eaten up by high interest credit card debt. So, I finally figured that out and realized, you know what? It doesn't matter what I sell off, because if I'm out of debt, that, then I can save and I can go back and get whatever I sold off, should see fit. So just quick note, not telling you what to do with your money, but just telling you. Let's see. Tony Stank says, I slabbed my Secret Wars 8. Guess I need to pick up a trade paperback. Absolutely. And here's the great thing. You can find them on eBay. You can find them on Amazon, Comixology, and Amazon. If you have the Kindle app, very, very inexpensive copies of a lot of these things. Some of them you can even get for free, which I've managed to do that, or for like $1 or $2 on certain sales. I watch Amazon and Comixology to see what sales they have. But yeah, great series to pick up. Indie Key says, at this point, I can't take the risk that a story like Something is Killing the Children or Saga will hold the test of time. They're few and far between. Like my Invincible run that I'm still selling off the last few couple pieces of, it took 13 years for that run to mature. And I just happened to hold on to it. But when I saw those book values going where they were, I said, you know what? No, I'm selling them, and I'm not going to think twice, because I just wanted to, for me, when I sell big books, a lot of times it's either A, to pay off debt, or B, to take the family on vacation in the summer. And the memories that I make with the family, you can't compare that to really anything.
Let's see.
Yeah. Indie Key says, I want that homage cover. Okay. Mr. Collector, Indie Keys, Saga, Walking Dead, let's talk. Indie Key, he smells what you're cooking, so he's probably going to hit you up. All right, love that Secret Wars 8 cover. Yes, it is. I have a Snake Eyes homage to it. El Green says, I have Walking Dead books signed by one of the actors for you, Mr. Collector. I need your address again. Nice. Check out Flash Forward by Image. One great time traveling story. I actually do have a copy of it. I have a copy. I think it got damaged, and so then I left it in a stack to take back. But yeah. Okay, so now Mr. Collector and El Green are flirting over comic books. And that's a good time for us to go ahead and keep it moving right along to Mr. Michael, or Spider-Flint. Sorry, I didn't want to give away your secret identity. So let me bring it over to Spider-Flint. Spider-Flint, and remember, folks, these 5 books that he's going to show us, we have no idea. We don't know what those grades are. He doesn't know what the grades are. Pressed Niche Worldwide did not share those with him. So he's literally going to be finding out for the very first time right now, live on the air, about this. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring you up on. Let's see. Have you already cut it open? You ready to pull
Nope. It is sealed.
Wow.
Completely sealed. So
wow. Okay. Go and slice
right here.
Go and slice it open to get it ready. Don't start pulling them out yet, because I'm going to go straight to you. But Indie Key Comics says, that's what I realized. You can always buy those books later on when they're cheaper, and my comic book collection is literally going to pay off my debt and put a down payment for it. Yes, because as well as I've done with comic book, with comic book investing, with this hobby turning into an actual thing that generated some cash flow, real estate is still the number one investment, and the number one investment that most people will make in their lifetime is the purchase of a home. So best wishes to you, Indie Key. I hope that it all works out and goes well for you. He says, thanks, Lois. Okay. Well, Jim says, hoping to pay off my $3,000 debt and get a computer myself so I can go on YouTube with y'all. Hey, tell me the date, buddy, and we'll have you on, Larry. So I look forward to that day because that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, so we'll make sure and do that. All right, folks. So here he is. He's getting them ready. He is ready to showcase them. Remember, these 5, Spider-Flint has not seen the grades for them. These are fresh out of the box from CGC.
All right, all 5 right there. I can't see the labels. I got it pointed toward you guys. So just take the cardboard off. Let's see what we got here. Number 1.
Oh,
this is Amazing Spider-Man, number 31, first appearance of Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn, 5.0. So
wow. Nice.
Tracks give it a little clean and press, and
oh, that is beautiful.
Pretty good.
That is beautiful. Now, was that the range you were expecting, or?
Yeah, we were thinking it was right in the middle. It's got a little tanning on the back. You could see a little bit on the front, a little dark. Not quite as bright white, I guess, around the logo. It looks brighter, I guess, with the light media on it, but I guess live it looks a little darker. I mean, the pages, because it says off white to white pages, so I don't know, maybe it's just browned around the edges. But when you look at it, there's no major creases on there.
Yeah,
there are a little bit
beautifully.
Yeah, there's some down there in the opposite corner, away from the spine, little crease with a color break on it. But yeah, staple's a little rusty. But hey, 5.0, I can't complain.
Wow. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I've got a raw copy as well. This one was much better than the other one, so take that. All right. Next up, what we got here? What is that?
Wow.
Spider-Man. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 124. This is the first appearance of Man-Wolf, J. Jonah Jameson's son.
Yes. Yep.
So 8.0.
That's a really good grade to have. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, 1973. So
I know. I was gonna say that's Copper Age right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's poor Jonah cowering down in the corner. It's your own son, man.
That is beautiful. So is that about where you were expecting it to have or to be?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't think it was like a 9 or 9+, but it's pretty good. Take it. A little wear up in that corner, top of the spine. Yeah. But hey, it's a beautiful book. I guess they have. They did that show with the Marvel Monsters special. So they got Werewolf by Night. So I don't know if Man-Wolf will ever show up, but
hey, you never know. It would be pretty sweet if he did, though. I like Battle Werewolf versus Werewolf.
Yeah,
that would be Oh, and Capwolf. Oh, don't get me started on Cap. Capwolf is the greatest. Well, next to the tactical rocket-powered skateboard from Night Thrasher, Capwolf is right up there in terms of 90s icons.
Well, he should go against Rocket Racer, from the Amazing Spider-Man.
All right, well, what's next?
All right, so it looks like we got it's the last one, 7.5. That's good. I like that. This is X-Men 94.
Yeah.
So the first appearance of the new team in the X-Men titled series.
Wow, that's that book a few years ago. I was shocked at how much that book had gone up.
Yeah,
yeah, that book is highly coveted, and that's a really nice grade. A 7.5 for that book. That's very nice.
Because remember, last show I had 95 and 96 back, but this one was a higher dollar value. So these books had to go in a separate order because they were higher value. But 7.5, I'll take that because I think I had the 95. One was like a 9.0 and the other one was a 8.5.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more. Let's see what we got here. Oh, my Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. All right, 3.0. I will take that.
Nice.
So I have one already, and it's a 1.8. So I just wanted to I knew this one was a little better. I wanted to get it upgraded. So the spine is a little. Sorry, you can see in there. There's some wearing on that spine. If that spine was better, then it would probably got a higher grade. But yeah. So Comic Tracks, he had to get a special guard for the spine on these because these are those kind of square bound thicker books.
Yeah.
And the staple, they put the staple right through the pages, not into the end like normal. They put it in there, so if you press it, it's going to punch through the paper. So you have to
So you have to be super careful with it.
I think they also put glue in there, so you could melt that glue and it could spread around. So 3.0, that is nice. Wow. I like that. Off white to white pages. Last one, I don't even remember what this one is. It's been so long. All right, this is Strange Tales Annual number 2. So this is like the 4th appearance of Spider-Man. So him and Johnny Storm team up.
Wow.
So early Spidey appearance. I don't know what it says on there. Yeah, it just says early Spider-Man appearance, first crossover. So, but yeah, that's the 4th appearance of Spider-Man.
Man. Wow. Beautiful book.
Nice early books. So yeah, pretty good shape. But yeah, again, it had a lot of spine. The paper, some of the paper's missing there. A lot of the paper is missing on the spine. But
that is beautiful. Wow. Man.
So those are about on par with what I was hoping for. So good night. Good night.
Good deal. Well, hey, Spider-Flint, man, thank you again for coming on and for sharing those books with us. It's always fun, especially blind ones where you're seeing it for the first time. And yeah, so thank you for sharing them with us. I'll
Tony Stank says he's never seen that Strange Tales Annual. So
I'm not familiar with that one either.
I mean, a lot of people aren't. You could probably find it cheaper than what you would think, because if it's the 4th appearance, that means it must have come out after ASM number 2.
Yeah.
Because there was Amazing Fantasy 15, then 1, 2, and then it would have been his 4th appearance. So.
Wow.
So it's an early book because it doesn't say the month. It just says 1963. Mm-hmm. So he came out. Amazing Fantasy 15 was late of 1962.
Yeah.
And a few months later, they started the Amazing Spider-Man run. But I've got some other books. I don't know if some non-slabs.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
show some stuff real quick. So, what I've been looking at, I bought a variant of the Spider-Man with the recent run, and then I realized they actually made this. It's called a Treasury, the Marvel Treasury edition. So this is an oversized book. So like if you have a regular size comic book, you see how much bigger it is. But they've got, it's reprints is what it is. There's like, Amazing Spider-Man 14, the first Green Goblin's in here, and some other books. But it's just a giant size format. This one's 1974, costs $1.50. How about that?
Wow.
And then so. Of course, when I was looking on eBay, they're like, "Oh, you should look at this." And so there's a 1975 edition again. So
wow.
I like this.
It's a really nice layout for that cover.
Yeah. So they've got. I didn't show the artwork on the back side. On this other one, they had a nice Spider-Man, Peter Parker half face. It's Romita. But this one, so you see Spider-Man, the back of Spider-Man heading towards the Sinister Six. And then the other side, you see the back of the villains in the front of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite directions. And then I got this one from Mr. Collector, the 1976 version. You have Superman versus Spider-Man.
That's a nice one right there. That's a really fun one. That's a great display piece right there.
I see Tony's thanks comments. So you've seen Strange Tales, just rare. Don't see it in the wild. It was June of '63 that came out. Thank you for looking that.
Oh, wow.
That up. And, Green says he size comic looks at his life.
Superman Shazam. Oh yeah, the Shazam one was nice, and then later on Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, those Treasury editions were nice. They were nice because they had thicker covers, didn't they, than like a standard comic book.
Oh yeah, it's
it was
thick paperboard,
Yeah,
so
yeah. There's much. Yeah, they're meant to hold up better than like the standard off the newsprint. But I'm surprised. I feel like they're kind of undervalued, for what they are. But I think maybe it's the non-standard size. But they're beautiful books. Great to have in the collection.
Yeah, they're just hard to find bags for. Like you can get a magazine size.
Oh! I think Spider-Flint accidentally signed himself off. But hey, let's see. I'll see if he logs back in. Spider-Flint, if you're watching, go ahead and just log back in. But hey, thank you all so much for watching. There he is.
All right.
I think you might have accidentally hit something. I don't think I did on this end because there was nothing to hit. Yeah, I was over on the comments. I don't know. All right. Okay. But hey, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. And again, Spider-Flint, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight and sharing your haul. Lots of fun books. Congratulations on the grade. And yeah, and we look forward to the next time. Do you have any books out to CGC now? Or are you gonna do more?
Nothing's out right now. I want to sell some of these that I got from those last batch, and maybe a few from these. Raise some funds, and send off some other maybe PC books. Like I've got the Amazing Spider-Man 601, 606, 607. Those 3 pretty famous J. Scott Campbell covers. So I got those in nice grades. Maybe get those slabbed one day. But
nice.
Just I want to get that Red Hulk slab because he's coming.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and
he's going to go.
First appearance of Silk.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. So, all right. Well, hey, thank you again, Spider-Flint, and then for everybody else that is watching, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to show these things real quick. Remember, Friday, 11 a.m. Central, the interview with David Papos. And then if you're in the greater Houston area and you're interested in going to Pop Culture Power Show, you can check out pwrshows.com and use the Carlos Collects Comics discount code to get 10% off your pass for the weekend. Plus, you'll get a special something from me on top of that, and that'll be one of those things that otherwise you would have to buy or win it in a giveaway, and it's not a sticker. So thank you all so much for watching tonight, and along with Spider-Flint and the rest of the folks here on the channel, we say good night. Have a great night.
All right.
Enjoy some comic books. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we have enjoyed, above all, getting to hang out with you, come into your living room, and just spend some time with you tonight. So y'all take care, and we will see you next time.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye-bye.